Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Luna Marie, and we're gonna be here talking about what's been going on with Joseline's Cabaret. If you do not know what Joseline's Cabaret is, it's a TV show that comes on Zeus Network. I think every Sunday or something like that. It's been 3 seasons so far. I think one of them were not completed, but the other 2 seasons were completed. It was in Miami, and in Vegas. So, what's been going on? So basically, I'm gonna give you a rundown on, um, the show and what it's about, and a couple situations, and then we're gonna talk about what happened regarding this reunion and the rumors that's circling around and what I feel about it, because I have an unpopular opinion, and it's so much so unpopular, I feel like, that I just have to talk about it. So we're gonna go get started, and I'm gonna see y'all in a minute because mama gotta go get something to drink. I was thirsty. Okay, so let's get into the characters. We have Chanel and Lexi Blow. They were from Miami. Chanel won last season. She won the $10,000 grand prize, and Lexi Blow, she was the next best dancer. So they got to come back on the Las Vegas season, and they were kind of like the leaders. And then we have Wet Wet, Jordan, Riri, Lollipop, Diamond, Raven, K Capri, and Henny. So, my bad, y'all. We had a little interruption. That was my mama calling. It is Easter. So, But I had to get this video out real quick. But, so we have these girls. They come into the house. First time coming to the house, they wasn't feeling it. They was mad because Jocelyn said that they couldn't come in the house yet, not until she got there. So when they came in the house, in the bus, before they came in the house, they already was about to fight. Wet Wet, already having animosity towards her. Now Wet Wet is annoying. We're not even gonna sit here and play like, she just not obnoxious, because she is very obnoxious. London and Paris, I've seen enough of them. I don't need to see no more. I don't care if I never have to hear the words London and Paris again. Like, it was too much. But they already had started, ganging up on Wet Wet in the van. So when they finally get to the mansion, they're not allowed, whatever. So Lexi Blow, Chanel, and the rest of the girls, they go to this photo shoot they were supposed to have. And instead of going to the photo shoot, just taking pictures, looking cute, yada, 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 these girls already started fighting. So you got K Capri, mad because Wet Wet is annoying. And you got Amber mad because Wet Wet is annoying. So those are the main two girls that were just kind of going in. So already they fighting. This day one. They ain't even make it into the house yet, and they fighting. So Jocelyn come in, and she just like, look, tone it down. Tone all that down. Cause I'll slap you. So line it up. Cause all you hoes can get slapped. And they was just like, girl, what? Like, Jocelyn came in with the games, already had the girls sing their song. And then she was like, okay, well, y'all can get out because this ain't no singing competition. Like, she really played that part was funny. I was dying laughing when she did that. Yeah, she really had them on there. They thought that they was finna get up there and say, and she said, you can go. Amber kind of felt some type of way about Joseline in that first day. So I feel like that's what kind of built up, started building up everything that ended up happening at the reunion. So, she kicked Amber out. Ended up letting her come back, but she kicked her out. She was basically talking mess about Joseline, and she was just like, don't nobody talk to me like that, da da da. And that's fine. Like, if you don't want people to talk to you a certain way, you can totally set your standards, and that's totally fine. But the thing is, Amber, when she told you could come back, you came back. Whether you fought, with Lexi or not, about whether you want to come back, y'all was going back and forth. You still came back at the end of the day. You should have just left. But she ended up coming back, and the girls finally go into the house. And then it's like all hell breaks loose. Amber and K Capri constantly are the ones fighting, not each other necessarily, but they was fighting everybody else. Amber got into it with pretty much everybody. I feel like them two was the main, antagonists in the situations that was going on. And provided we don't have, the whole story, we don't have all the behind the scenes or when they wasn't shooting or filming, but for the most part, you see Amber and K Capri are the main ones that start up the issues. So we know off bat they don't like Wet Wet. So what they do is they gang up on Wet Wet, talk about Wet Wet, and fight Wet Wet. Literally fight her. Girls came in the house and they started talking about who was talking about who was talking about Joseline, da 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 da. So it came out that what was her name? I always forget her name. But they said that she was talking about Joseline. Now, provided, I'm pretty sure other girls been talking about Joseline too. Like, I feel like that part was true. Like, other people was talking about Joseline. But when they, wanted to create a villain, they came after her and they jumped her. Not pretty much, not, they almost kind of, they jumped her 100%. And I feel like that was not fair. Like, y'all just gonna jump her and then kick her out the house? She ended up coming back. We'll get to that in a minute. And then we get to all of them auditioning and trying out for their spot to dance in the cabaret. So they're supposed to be dancing. Joseline picks her dancers, and K Capri is kind of salty that she didn't win her spot. So what does she do? She starts up a fight. Then all of a sudden, her and Wet Wet are fighting. She tries to beat Wet Wet up for the most part of that, episode. And it's like, okay, y'all probably were going at this for a good minute because it dragged in the episode. So I know, like, in real time, without the cuts, without the edits, without the cropping, it probably went on for a long time. So I feel like you just was pressed for what? Like, they just kept trying to beat her up for what? And then you had Diamond trying to jump in and Raven trying to jump in. Diamond ended up, spraining or breaking her arm, whatever she did. And then you had Amber come in. It was just too much. Like, they were fighting for what? Y'all supposed to be dancing, but okay, y'all do more fighting, whatever. So I'm just trying to explain the events leading up to it, the reunion or the fallout. So anyway, we get to the part where Chanel decides to tell one of the stylists or producers that Amber was talking about Joseline or something like that. It was something I really didn't understand what had happened. Like, I was trying to I was trying to make it understand, but I was really lost. But if somebody can tell me in the comments, just let me know what the real like issue was. But I'm pretty sure it was because Amber had said something, and then the stylist came back and addressed Joseline about it. And yeah, and Chanel for some reason felt like she needs to go back and relay messages. So Joseline was mad at Chanel, and she was throwing, what was it, apples or something? She was throwing stuff at Chanel because she was mad that Chanel went behind her back and was basically like, she was being messy. She was being messy. So then we have Amber trying to, basically be like, oh, I wasn't saying anything, da 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 da. And Joseline was like, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. So Amber walks up on Joseline. And Joseline just like, don't touch me. And she said, girl, you could go to your room. Go to, she put her in a timeout and said, go to your room and don't come out for the rest of the night. She put that girl on punishment. Okay? And obviously Amber ain't like that. She felt some type of way about that. And then we get to skip to all the girls once again having an issue with Wet Wet. Then you got Amber. She decides that she wants to beat up Diamond because she kept saying the N-word. And she doesn't like how Diamond just, blurts it out. And my thing is, okay, y'all heard her say it like the first few times. You should have checked her then. And just because you don't like something that somebody say, that don't mean that you need to put your hands on them. So I just feel like, Amber, you was doing too much. Like, I understand she shouldn't be saying it. No, she does not have the right to say it. I don't care if you feel like you Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican, Latin, whatever. If you not, you can't say it. But she beat Diamond up for saying that, and I guess she felt like she finally checked her about it. And I'm just like, you should have checked her when she first said it. That was my whole thing. Why didn't you check her when she first said it? Like, she had been saying it, and then all of a sudden you just felt like you was mad and you want to fight somebody, so you fought Diamond. Like, it was weird. I didn't understand that part. Last couple episodes were good. You barely had any altercations, and for the most part the girls was getting along. Then you had the girls that had won their spot in the cabaret. They danced, they performed, they did a good job, and they really was killing it. And you can tell everybody was, having a good time, whatever. So then we're all waiting for the reunion. So we're just like, when's the reunion coming out? All of a sudden, what we see in the headlines, Amber is going off because she says that when they had the reunion, she went to go fight Joseline, and Joseline stumped her out, pretty much. Joseline was stumping. Amber ultimately, got beat up by her Joseline's husband, so to say, allegedly. She claims that Ballistic came and put his hands on her.
And hit a woman, you are beating her. I cannot beat no man, even though I did last night. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I held my own. Even with Joseline and Ballistic. I ended up on top of Ballistic and was decking his ass right in his shit. So I definitely held my own. I touched both of them. But it was only after I was attacked several fucking times and kicked in my fucking ribs like a dog.
Now, here's where I'm going to come in at. Because I feel like, I'm going to touch on a couple things. Should men put their hands on women? No. I feel like Ballistic was obviously stronger than her. She's stronger than the ladies. So they should have had security and ballistic kind of break the girls up, pull the girls off of each other. Or at the most, if you felt like your wife was getting beat up, you could have pushed her. That would have been enough. You just pushing her off, or like holding her, restraining her, whatever, whatever. But if he slapped her, I feel like that was wrong. However, if she was beating him up too, then I understand why he kind of hit her, because you can't just keep putting your hands on people. Not women, not men, anybody. You can't just put your hands on people and expect them not to hit you back. You can't. Any woman that thinks that they can put their hands on a man and it just be okay because, oh, they're a man, they're stronger, da da da. No, men have breaking points too. And you shouldn't be allowed to hit a man because you feel like, oh, he's stronger than me, so he ain't gonna do nothing if I hit him. No. No, absolutely not. And that's why you have women that like to hit men for no reason, because they feel like, oh, you stronger than me, you can beat me, but because you can beat me, you shouldn't put your hands on me. Absolutely not. Totally disagree. Everybody should keep their hands to themselves. Now, when it comes to the fighting, okay, there should have been a certain limit to what the producers of the show and what Joseline allowed as far as the fighting, because you really can't have all of that violence on a TV show like that. Like, it just, Zeus has gotten away with that a lot, and most times they just let the girls fight. But you can't, not like that. Not like that. Like, it's okay, y'all get a couple, a little girl hits, a little slaps, a little, some light little kicks, something. But y'all fully, like, beating people, dragging people. Like, their fights that they got into were brutal. They were brutal. If you guys are walking away, having to go to the hospital, yeah, that's too much. And they definitely should have toned it down. Okay, and then we get to what Amber is saying. She was beating Justin up, da 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 da. I wanted them to come out, because it don't seem like they're going to come out with the reunion, but I wanted them to come out so we can see, like, okay, what actually went down, who was beaten, who was in the wrong, da 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 da. But now, since Amber has come out with a 24 million lawsuits, it's Amber and 3 of the other girls that felt like they were treated wrong during the reunion. They're coming out with a lawsuit against Joseline, $24 million. How do I feel about that? I think that it's bullshit, because how do you come out with a lawsuit because y'all all were fighting and you got beat up and you don't like the way that you got beat up? Like, to me, that's really strange. If you think about the severity of what y'all fight, not even Joseline, just all of you guys in general, y'all fight pretty brutal. And if Joseline hadn't had them army boots on and stumped you out, then you would have been tagging her. Am I right? So you say. So why is it fair that just because Joseline got money, that y'all feel like y'all can sue her? And everybody's like, oh, that's what Joseline get. That Joseline thinks she above them. Joseline thinks she a pimp. Here's my thing. Everybody that was on that show signed up for what that show entailed. So if you seen the behavior before, you seen what it was about, you seen what the girls were doing, you seen everything that was going on, you still continued to stay. Why were you surprised that what was going on was going on? You cannot be surprised at how a person reacts or how a person acts when you see how they act and you see what they're about, what they're doing, and you think that it's gonna be different. No, Joseline's been that way. Joseline was freaking out on Lucky And Sapphire, when they didn't even do anything. Lucky just was, she thought something was funny, and she was telling her about something, she and somebody else was talking about, and Joseline was like, "Oh, so y'all talking about me?" And they was just looking like, "Girl, what is you talking about?" So yes, Joseline be tripping. We all know Joseline be tripping. But if you know Joseline be tripping, why would you go on there and act like she not gonna trip on you? She is gonna trip on you. It just is what it is. So for me, I wouldn't be on that show because it's a certain type of way that I just would not allow people to talk to me. And how Joseline talks to people is, to them girls, sometimes is bad. Like, it's real bad. So no, you're not finna be throwing no apple at me. No. And you're not finna be talking to me any type of ways, calling me a cheap $2. No, ma'am. So I would not be on that show under no circumstances. No. But you have to remember, what do what do you think that you want to gain from this? So you stuck through all that, you went through all that because you wanted to gain something. And that's recognition, maybe notoriety, maybe you trying to get your stuff off the map. So a lot of those girls were on there, because simply they wanted to be seen. So you can't be mad because you stuck through something because you wanted to be seen. You should have left. Anybody that had a problem should have left. Just like Jesus girl, she left because she didn't want to deal with that. Mind you, she was crazy. Okay. But she also valued herself enough to be like, this isn't for me. Like, this is not what I stand for. So she left. Do y'all feel like Joseline should be sued for $24 million? First of all, how do y'all even know Joseline got $24 million? Y'all just said a number and was like, okay, yeah, that sounds great. And how would you sue her for $24 million when all of y'all were fighting? I bet you if you pull up that camera, somebody swung on somebody first. So how were y'all trying to, whether y'all was dressed to fight or not, somebody was going to be fighting. What do we always hear? Oh, wait till the reunion, da 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 da. Whether y'all were dressed to fight or not, somebody was going to fight. Really fought a few of those girls on that season, and they not suing you. Probably because they know that you don't have enough money to be sued, or it's not worth it. Because if you felt like something criminal was going on, why didn't you press charges? And I think she said something about pressing charges, but why didn't you just leave it at that? Why don't you just want them locked up? Because it's about the money. See, it's okay for y'all to jump people. It's okay for y'all to beat girls up because they said something that you didn't like. It's okay for y'all to, feel like, shit, I just wanna fight today and fight. But it's not okay when Joseline does it. So tell me, when is it okay? Because we have these double standards. That's not fair. Y'all are mad that Joseline fought them girls and kicked Amber down, but we forgot that Diamond got beat up so bad she had to go to the hospital. We forgot that Wet Wet got beat up several times by several different people. Almost every day she had to fight. All her life she had to fight. So we just cannot exclude those things and look past those things and be like, oh, well, Joseline wrong. It's her show. And she feel like that's how she want to talk to people. That's how she want to talk to people. And you have to expect that. You don't have to respect that, but you have to expect it. And you move accordingly. If you don't want that type of energy, if you don't want to be in that type of space, don't go on there. And that's where I was confused at. Why are y'all going on here and you don't like what's going on? You just want to be seen. So don't put yourself in these type of situations just because you want to be seen, and then now you looking crazy trying to sue somebody because they fought you when you've been fighting people all this the whole season. You've been fighting people. So I really don't agree with that. I don't agree with. I heard that she slapped Lexi Blow. Now Lexi Blow been having Joseline's back. Now that's the part that really, is messed up if she actually did that, because Lexi Blow really been having Joseline's back, and I feel like if you gonna slap somebody, it should have been Amber, but not Lexi Blow. Maybe Chanel, because Chanel was always starting stuff for no reason, but not Lexi Blow. Like I feel like okay, you messed up on that one, cause Lexi Blow been down since the beginning, and she been loyal. She just had. You can't get mad at somebody because they're trying to tell you something that you did to them that they didn't like, and then you have a problem with it. You can't do that. You have to be open to listening to what people say and listening to how you hurt people and absorb it and apologize for it. That doesn't warrant for a fight. But I feel like since she's been hearing certain things or maybe seeing certain things on social media, and people have been saying stuff about her husband and all this drama probably happening in the background. Like I said, we don't know for sure, but I can imagine it's been a lot of stuff going on in the background that we still don't know about. So yeah, Jocelyn gonna come with a chip on her shoulder. She ready to fight because she been hearing what y'all have to say about her on her show. So I feel like the whole situation was wrong. Everybody was wrong, and I also feel like it was messed up for them to go and talk about Jocelyn when y'all was up her booty hole the whole season. Now all of a sudden y'all have all this to say about her husband and how she can't keep a man and how he won't marry her. Da da da. Okay, it may be true, but y'all wasn't saying none of this to her. Do y'all not remember jumping a girl because she was talking about Jocelyn? And then y'all go do the same thing. So what did you jump her for? What did you jump her for if y'all was gonna go back and talk about her? So once again, like it does not make sense. So that's my take on it. And a quick little recap slash spoiler. Not much of a spoiler because you can still go back and watch it. I didn't spill too much of the beans, just some of the fights. But just let me know how y'all feel. What's y'all opinion on the whole thing? Do you think Jocelyn was in the wrong? Do you think Amber was in the wrong? Do you think that K Capri was in the wrong? Do you think, Jocelyn was well within her rights to fight? Do you think that Ballistic should have stepped in? How do y'all feel about, a man protecting his wife and maybe having to put his hands on a girl while protecting his wife? How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments. We can talk about it. I'm open to hearing anything that y'all got to say about it. But that is my take. We finna get into a couple of things before I go. So where have I been? Well, I started helping my cousin with this company, Jones Hair Boutique, and I've been busy with that. I'm slowly trying to get back on track, but I'm gonna get into it. So yes, this hair that I have on my head right now, it comes from our business, Jones Hair Boutique. It is real hair, raw hair, human hair, cuticle aligned hair. And it's full. Like I love it. It looks natural. Like it looks like it could have came out my scalp. Giving very much Boricua. Okay? Dominicana. So I love it, and I would not be ranting and raving about it if I didn't love it. Hopefully you guys can go check us out. Instagram is Jones Hair B, and follow us and like the Facebook page Jones Hair Boutique, and get into this hair. Okay, we sell bundles, wigs, clip-ins, you name it. We have 613s. We got short hair, long hair, red hair, highlighted hair. We have what you need. So if you want to be a fly Jones girl, I would suggest you go ahead and get some Jones Hair Boutique. Like, it's A1, pure quality. Pure quality. I wouldn't wear no other hair on my head but Jones Hair Boutique. I'm so sorry. And now I am gassing it. But yes, check us out and check out the website. I will put the website in the description box. Below. Please make sure you are checking the description box. Sometimes I write little messages, and sometimes all of the information that you need from any video is going to be down there. So make sure you check the description boxes and let me know, what else y'all want to hear from me. What other opinion. I'm not doing the Will and Jada controversy. I'm so tired of it. I don't know why they dragged it out that long. I'm not doing that. But anything else, I will welcome. And, we can talk about it. We can chit chat. I can tell y'all my opinion. We can get into it. And what else? That's pretty much been it, child. We just been working. We've been working hard. We've been trying to get some creators, send wigs to some creators so we can kind of get the word out there. Once again, I'm going to put the link to the shop below, and all of that information is going to be in the description box. And where you can find me, you can find me on Instagram at only_Luna Marie. You can find me on TikTok at only Luna Marie. And you can subscribe to me here, Luna Marie, here on YouTube, because I am the Luna to the Marie. I know it's been a little while, but I'm slowly starting to get into it, okay? But I'm so happy that y'all could join me. It is Easter Sunday, like I said, so I'm finna go chill for the rest of the day and enjoy my family and enjoy my son, because we got I got him some Easter stuff, and I know he gonna enjoy it. So I can't wait to see his face when he see it. But I will talk to you guys later. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. And once again, like this video, subscribe, and talk to me in the comments. I want to hear your opinions. But for now, it's going to be ta-ta, toodaloo, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
I didn't think it was true. I was surprised when I found out I'd fallen.